Velina, the tower is in danger. I need to speak to Archmage Cedrador.
I'm sorry, Ariane. The Archmage was clear. Maybe if you told me why, I could pass on a message.
I can't explain. Listen, if the Archmage can't see me, perhaps I could speak to Wizard Eleron.
I'm sorry, Ariane. You are barred from entering the tower for any reason. You can come in. It's only a few people who've been specifically forbidden. Practitioner.
I told you it wasn't like that. I knew what I was doing.
This is none of your business, outsider.
No, wait, I recognize you. You're the adventurer Xenia mentioned. Will you help me again? I'm the wizard Ariane. I'm sorry, just Ariane. I'm a former tower wizard. I'm an adventurer now, based out of the Champions Guild. Could you take a message to Archmage Cedrador for me? Depending on how he reacts, I may need your help with other things. Thank you. Just go to Archmage Cedrador and... Wait, no. Too late. There's something happening.
By Saradomin, the Holy Archmage! Begone, spirit of the abyss! Oh! Help! Do something! Get that thing away from me!
Come on, my message can wait. Let's see what's happening. Cast airstrike at the vortex. Draw it into the power beam. Grab Boren's mind spike if you need one. He's dropped it next... last airstrike at the vortex. Draw it into the power beam. I can't believe Cedrador would set up a ward to keep me out. I didn't realize he saw me as that dangerous. That's what I want to find out. I know the tower is in danger, but I don't know the details. I'm a seer. I have premonitions sometimes. Flashes of information. Emotional impressions, nothing precise. Lately, I've been having visions of the tower in flames. But I don't know any details and I can't prove anything. I came here to investigate, and now I find I can't get into the building. People talk about wizards having a gift for magic, but the first thing you're told when you join the wizard's tower is that it's not true. Magic isn't handed down by gods or random chance. Anyone can learn it if they put in the effort. But being a seer runs in families. It's not something I worked for. When I told the other wizards about it, they resented me. I tried to use my magic to understand and control my ability. My goal was to integrate it into magical theory so I could teach it to other wizards. But I ended up being expelled from... There are schools of magic besides the tower's standard spellbook. I used a forbidden source of information when I was trying to understand my premonitions. I need you to go into the tower for me. Talk to the wizards and find out what's happening in there. Archmage Cedrador is the head of the tower, so you should talk to him. I think Wizard Eleron might help as well. He was my mentor while I was there. You should talk to the other wizards as well. Ask if they've seen anything unusual lately. One of them must have seen something that'll help us.
Thank you for saving me from that thing. Please keep my mind spike as a... It was horrible. It felt like it radiated evil power. And you saw what color it was? Red. The color of Zamorak. It was red wizards who burned down the tower 100 years ago. This could be another Zamorakian plot to destroy us. You've got to do something.
If you're referring to that thing that attacked the librarian, however, I've never seen anything like it before. There's an old human called Triborn in this tower, who's always talking about strange creatures. Maybe you should be asking him.
I heard that commotion in the library earlier. I assumed it was Wizard Boran jumping at shadows again. I'm not sure he's cut out for the stressful life of an academic librarian. Hello, can I help you? I heard that commotion. Hello, can I help you? This is split bark armor. It's special armor for mages. It's much more resistant to physical attacks than robes. It's actually very easy for me to make, but I've been having trouble getting hold of the pieces.
What can I do for you, adventurer? What can I do for you?
So, you got the old fool his beads. Think you're clever, do you? You'd better watch your back! When you least expect it, I'll be there. You shouldn't go sticking your nose into other people's affairs, meddler. So, you got the old fool his... Only Wizard Mizgog's beads turning up all over the floor. I should send my imps to hide them before someone trips over them. Why don't you go and bother Wizard Trayborn instead? That old duffer is always seeing things.
Oh, hello there. Can I do anything for you? I'm sure there's been something strange happening with the power beam lately. The beam acts as an anchor for all our teleportation spells. So, as a teleportation specialist, I'm sensitive to any fluctuations. Archmage Cedridor is aware of the problem. Perhaps you should ask him what he's doing about it.
Welcome, adventurer, to the world-renowned Wizard's Tower. How can I help you? Yes, I'm aware of that. Wizard Valina told me she was here. You can tell Ariane that her concerns have been noted. I'm preparing to deal with the anomalies in the power beam, so there's no cause for concern. I'm preparing an icenic purge. It'll send a surge of energy through the power beam, which should overpower whatever creatures have managed to enter it. You know what she did, don't you? Wizard Ariane was our most promising student. She could have been Archmage someday. I overlooked her gallivanting off as an adventurer. Everyone's reckless in their youth. But I can't allow a demon worshipper in the tower. The tower has had strict rules against Zamarakian wizards for the last 100 years, and I have to apply that, even to her. Yes, You can tell Ari... Hello, young thingamy-what? I've seen them in the power beam, you know. Thingamy-what? I like to look at the power beam sometimes. There are so many things we see every day, but never look at, aren't there? Or look at every day, but never see. I see things in there. Thingamy-whats. No one else sees them. They think I'm mad. Didn't you know? This tower was built on the ruins of an old tower. That's where it came from, the swirly thing. I saw it come up through the floor of the library.
What can I do for you on this glorious day? Are her premonitions still troubling her? I feared as much. Please let her know that I take her seriously, even if no one else does. I will do everything I can to convince Archmage Cedridor to take action. When I took Ariane on as my apprentice, she asked me to help her suppress her premonitions. She didn't want to stand out because of a natural gift. She wanted to stand out, if at all, by the work she put in. I told her that that was admirable, but it would be wrong to turn down an advantage the gods had given her. I helped her to harness her gift, to refine it, and to Zamorak with what the other wizards thought. With hindsight, it shouldn't have surprised me when Cedridor expelled her just for using every source of knowledge at her disposal.
Have you learnt anything from the wizards in the tower? So what did you learn? What he means is he's going to flood the tower with magic without knowing what he's dealing with. It might work, but I want to be sure. We should find out more. I spoke to the demon, spoke to it, but there's no middle ground with Cedridor. Step outside the line and you're a red wizard. He's the only tower wizard who was sympathetic. He convinced me to work on them, rather than suppress them. But that doesn't help us with the problem. We need to find out what these vortices are. Through the library floor? But that means... it was something from the old tower. Good idea. It's not going to be easy, though. Archmage Perian sealed the lower levels when he built the second tower. There's a rumor that the door can be opened using the water surge spell, but many wizards have tried casting that spell on the door and failed. It's more likely that there's a key hidden somewhere in the tower. Could you go back into the tower and find the key? I think Wizard Eleron will help us if we tell him what we're doing. You should start by talking to him.
What can I do for you on this glorious day, adventurer? One wonders what it is that generations of archmages have wanted to keep locked away down there. Forbidding a source of knowledge goes against the principles upon which the first tower was founded. No one except Archmage Cedridor is allowed to know the secret of entry to the ruins. Naturally, I've heard the rumors. Many young wizards have wasted runes casting water surge on the door to no effect. A few, however, have speculated that the key might lie not in casting that spell, but in understanding it. It was the Archmage Perian, first Archmage of the new tower, who sealed the lower levels. He had an idiosyncratic understanding of magic and its relationship to other art. Perian had the pipe organ installed in the library, and he wrote a treatise on the relationship between magic and music. That's a good idea. I hope you find something interesting.
Have you made any progress with getting the key to the old tower? The key to the old tower? Who knows what's down there? There could be knowledge that's been lost for 100 years. I just hope it's well preserved. It would be terrible for knowledge to be lost forever. The entrance is on the east side of the island. Come on. Come on, open the door and let's see what's in the ruins. This is amazing. We may be the first people to come down here for 100 years. This must be the Chamber of Shrines. The senior wizards used it as a meeting room, and wizards joining the tower would pledge allegiance to one of the 4 orders here. I've read about it, but I never thought I'd see it. The greatest magical innovators of Gielinor once walked this room. Is that all you think about? You have no soul. Do you realize that? No soul. We need to get deeper into the ruins to the source of the power beam. It looks like that rune guardian is blocking the door. wish we had more time to explore these ruins properly. We need to get deeper into the ruins to the... I guess we'll need to find a way across here. Maybe you could, but I'm not risking it. We need to find a safe way for us to both get across. Hey, what are you doing? That's ridiculous. Who would leave valuables lying around behind us? Besides, the tower's true riches were in the form of knowledge, nothing a treasure hunter would be interested in. Well, can you... That's a statue of Eratona the Green, who negotiated the treaties with local rulers that let the wizards transport... done now, so we might as well use it. Just be careful not to damage the statue further. Maybe it can be repaired one day. This is it. The heart of the old tower. The central spellcasting chamber where the old wizards performed their most powerful rituals. It's... amazing. I never imagined I'd see it in person. Well, I can't expect you to appreciate it, as we've already established that you have no soul. These vortices look like the one that attacked Wizard Boren. I want to find out what they are. I'll need you to attract a vortex into this circle and keep it there while I examine it. These vortices look like the one that attacked Wizard Boren. I want to find out what they are. I'll need you to attract a vortex into this circle and keep it there while I examine it. one that attacked Wizard. I'll need you to attract a water... Putting part of yourself into your work, but the old wizards literally put part of their souls into the power beam. I think there was an enchantment keeping the vortices here, but someone has removed it. Now, they're able to go up the beam to the new tower, and you saw the trouble they can cause. I can replace the enchantment that was keeping the vortices here, but it'll take some time. While I do it, you need to go back to the new tower and delay Cedrador's casting of his Icenic Purge. I don't know, but I'm sure you can think of something. If he's casting an Icenic Purge, he'll probably be in the library on the ground floor. The Icenic Purge floods the tower with energy, but these vortices are attracted to magic. All it'll do is draw them up into the tower and make it impossible to get rid of them. I can restore the enchantment that kept the vortices in the ruins, but I need to do it while they're still here.
Please be quiet, adventurer. My assistant and I are casting an Icenic Purge, but we must have silence in order to concentrate. Please be quiet, adventurer. My assistant... Don't do that, adventurer! The Icenic Purge is in a critical stage, and it is essential that all participants be able to concentrate. Adventurer, I must insist that you step away from that organ.
Break my concentration once more, and you will feel the wrath of the Grand Archmage of the Reborn Tower! The purge is complete. Thank you, fellow wizards. Whatever these entities were, they could not have survived such a powerful wave of Adventurer, I suggest you leave the library and find your friend Ariane. Tell her not to worry. We have dealt with the problem.
It was close, but I managed to restore the enchantment. The vortices are trapped in the ruins again. Thanks for your help, adventurer. I couldn't have done this without you. Well, thanks again. I found some things in the ruins you might be interested in. They're yours if you want them. I'm going to head back down to the ruins to study the vortices. I want to find out what happened to the old tower and who released the vortices.